Hey, what's good, everybody? I'm just gonna do a quick all signs, a quick collective read because yeah, I thought I had more time, but I'm just gonna do a quick check-in for today. Maybe I'll do the all signs later today, right? I do want to do an all signs for this weekend. I'm really excited because I got my deck, right? The finalized version, I did make some changes, right? I'm probably gonna change because after like I'm kind of on most of these images, I'm probably gonna change it up, right? So I'll probably this is not gonna be the final version, but this is gonna be my version to mess with, right? So why not start it off like that? I'll pull a message for the collective. I'm still finishing the book too. I got way too. Hey, River Dragon. Hope all is well. Yeah, I got way too into the book, so I think just for the sake of finishing, I'm gonna make one version of the book, a shorter version for the guidebook, right? So I could go ahead and get these done. And then I'm gonna make a full book with my stories to this, right? Because for those that don't know, my Oracle deck is about real experiences that I had, right? These are all experiences. Like, I always talk about meeting deities, and finally I saw a reader. Like some people think, I don't know what they think, right? But I saw a reader talking about, yeah, like this deity came to her recently and she said, like, yeah, they never do, but this one came to her and blah blah blah. And I was like, thank you, right? Because it was nice to hear somebody else experience that, right? Because I don't know, whatever. But yeah, it's not a figurative thing, right? These things have really happened. So, anyways, okay. So what I got, wow. So collective, maybe right now. Hey, Dito, hope all is well. Um, so wow, it's funny. I'm shuffling the deck, right? So obviously, like I said, I'm messing with my deck that I created. The first card that came out was Portals. And I shuffled it, so that's pretty interesting. Portals, right? So I had a dream once, right? Like I came behind and there was this figure that was like opening all these portals. So maybe right now is a great time to manifest, right? It reminds me kind of like of the magician card. So maybe as a collective right now, you're in a very, I heard the word fertile state of creating, right? Like anything you want to create, you can at this moment, right? Or yeah, let me just show off my card a little more, right? So this is one of my cards. And yeah, in the dream I had when this happened, it was like someone literally had the Ark of the Covenant. I've never to this day seen the Ark of the Covenant again in a dream. Um, but yeah, I came and this person had all these portals open, and it kind of reminded me of the magician. So since this came out for the collective, bam, maybe a lot of you are starting a new journey, right? You're wow, my whole gut's lighting up. Like your energy is very potent at this moment, right? Like you have the ability to create whatever you want, right? So I almost heard that thing like choose wisely, right? Be careful what you say, speak out into the universe. Be careful with your thoughts, right? Don't be thinking things that you don't want. And then when it happens, you're like, why did that happen, right? That kind of stuff. So right now, that's kind of the energy, right? Um, wow. And look at that speaking, right? Like a responsibility. Maybe some of you, yeah, be careful because what you say is that powerful, right? Aquarius too, right? With this Aquarius full moon that just passed. And look, it's someone that says what they think, right? What's on their mind, very direct. But I think it's reminding you of the responsibility. That's really jumping out at me and it's giving me cold chills, right? Maybe some of you are very yeah, powerful right now with your words, right? Because that's right from the very first, even these old texts, right? Talking about what is it saying? Like I don't know, I can't quote right now the like right God said whatever and oh and God said let there be light and there was and all that stuff, right? For those of you that are familiar with the good book as they call it. Yes, new journey, new yeah, new portal, absolutely. And that jumped out at me like big time. So I wouldn't be surprised if the magician comes out at some point, but we'll see. I know this card wanted to jump out, but Whoa, the Wheel of Fortune came out, but it came out sideways. Like, yeah, it's all on you, right? Either it could be a extremely fortunate time, or or if you choose to, right? That's why be careful what you speak into existence. Wouldn't you rather have fortune, right? That's why it always surprised me, right? Like when people, wow, and look at this says gains, ganancias, right? So maybe even taking the time to learn something new, right? Dedicating it to higher learning, higher knowledge, right? Look at logros, miracles. Sometimes it's funny. Words jump out at me that I don't normally like pay attention to, but right now all those words are jumping out at me, right? So I feel that's a good thing. And today it's funny, right? Because Friday, right? It's Venus Day, right? It doesn't always jump out at me, but today it stood out. So I guess if some of you are in that kind of the market for wanting new love, right? Today's the perfect day for it. Hey, Foster Town, hope all is well. Is that a ladybug? I love the ladybug. That's funny. Yeah, so what else? What else? Okay, let's see what else comes out. So yeah, today's a great day, right? If that's what you're kind of wanting to create, right? The kind of Venus, love, all that good stuff, right? Wow, okay, maybe some of you already. Yeah, I had seen this peak out and I don't know, I just knew. Yeah, so I should have like showed it, but it's all good. So not this card, the one that I'm excited about, but yeah, maybe you've just persevered and it's like you feel like you barely made it, but you made it, right? That's the beautiful thing, right? And you're holding on to that wand, like, okay, I hope, see, this to me, it gives me like, I hope you learned all those lessons, right? Like all those eight wands behind you are like, there, you learned, right? You don't have to repeat anything like that. You don't have to go through all the strain and drain and all that stuff, right? From all those past lessons. Like you learned, right? Like there. Enough is enough. Let's start this new journey, right? Let's open up the portals we want to open up and look at the leap of faith, the new journey, right? The first card in the whole major arcana, right? The fool's journey, starting a whole new journey. But see, right now it's jumping out at me a lot, right? That yellow energy of the solar plexus. This time starting that new journey, knowing exactly who you are, right? Especially because it came out with the Nine of Wands. It's like, okay, you really did learn everything and you're starting that journey like from square one, but with all that knowledge you've gained. It's almost like if you came to Earth remembering all the past lives and stuff, right? That's kind of the energy I'm getting with that. So let's see what else wants to. Let me see. I'll use my deck again right now, but let me see what this one has to say. Absolutely. Hey, start like me this year. I woke up one day and I was like I went to get all my Reiki certifications, right? Um and people kept telling me, "Oh, you're already a healer. You don't need to go." But I don't know. It was like for me, it felt like community, right? Like I wanted to do the community thing, and if it was great, right? I got to practice, right, in person, all that stuff. And it was a beautiful experience, right? I did the Reiki level 1, 2, 3, and then I did another thing, the Kundalini Reiki levels 1, 2, 3, right? So, and I get it. It wasn't about the certification, but to me, it was about community, right? I really appreciate it. And look at what card came out, level up, right? So that's beautiful. You go on whatever journey you need to go. If you already feel you're a healer, then ask friends if you could practice on them, or not even practice, just do it, right? Uh, right. But if you do need to find a community, then go, right? Go to the community. Congratulations, you've leveled up. So yeah, collective. It feels like wow. Look at that. can't even make that up. That you leveled up, you're the main character, start acting like it. Wow, this is pretty cool. Man, see, really having boundaries now. Hey, you up? Read 2 days ago. Not every text deserves a response. 99, which is like, nope. Wow, like someone texting you 99 times. Yeah, that's so funny. So maybe this weekend, you already know. If you already graduated, you already leveled up. If someone from the past reaches out or something, or someone you're just like, hey, we're not aligned anymore, not every text deserves a response. I love that. That's really okay. I'm gonna pull one more from my deck now. All right. Wow, look at the card. Royalty. Maybe in a past, maybe you've had dreams of being royalty, maybe you've had you know, dreams, and that's why sometimes in this life you knew when you deserved more with a situation, right? You knew, but in this life we accept all these things. It's like learning again, right? Like having training wheels on again, and we don't and the reason, obviously, I made this card because I had dreams of that, right? I've had dreams of that. It wasn't to like toot my own horn or nothing like that. Whether it was symbolic or whatever, I guess in a way they were almost showing me that, right? Like when I had these dreams, because obviously, like I said, all this deck was created from either experiences I had in my waking state or in dreams, right? And so when they would show me that, it was probably that, like, hey, you're the main character, like start acting like it, kind of, right? But I think that this happened to me while I was awake. I think I was meditating. I saw myself like on a spaceship, you know, yeah, and I was wearing like a crown and stuff. So to me, that like, all right, like, okay, thank you for showing me that, right? So let's see what card wants. That was just on the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Okay, offering. Yeah, so maybe it's a good time to, I made a little short about this card, right? 44 offering, right? Never forget, right, that there's people watching over you. There's people that have your back, right? The spirit world, maybe right now, right? The spirit world has been making themselves very present, right? Obviously, this happened to me while I was awake. I left an offering and an eagle came and flew right over my head. And even the person that was with me was like, what in the hell just happened? And I felt like they accepted my offering, right? It was just like a kind of extra, like, we heard you, we're with you, right? Like for an eagle to come and fly a few feet over my head, it was pretty like heart moving, right? I couldn't believe what had just happened either, right? So maybe go give an offering, right? Go to nature, go in your backyard if you're not around nature. Maybe right now it's like they're already with you, right? You don't have to. All you have to do is give thanks, right? Show some gratitude, knowing that yeah, they're with you, right? You're not alone. All that good stuff, right? So, um, what else? Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Wow, I got my whole crown's lighting up as I'm reading your your comments, Dito. So yeah, that's definitely us as a collective. Whoever's tapping in right now, I feel like that came out for a reason, right? Maybe it's time we start remembering like who we are, right? Our divine, right? Like we didn't come here to play small, right? We didn't come here to accept people, walking all over our boundaries and this and that. And especially when you're living in a right way. If you're living in a good way and you're not messing with nobody, you're not disrespecting people, you're not out here acting a fool. I mean, I know the full card came out, but different context, obviously, right? But even this, imagine someone messing with this fool, right? Like what? They're not hurting nobody. They got their little knapsack. They're starting their little journey, and then someone just coming and messing. Why? Right? Like who are you to mess with a person just living their best life or whatever, not messing with nobody. You see what I'm saying? But not knowing, it's kind of like that saying, oh, you what? You entertain angels unknowingly. I forgot, for some of you that are better versed at those sayings, right? Like, yeah, you never know who you're entertaining, right? So people, maybe it's time for people to see, like, oh, like, you thought you were just messing with, but yeah, just because someone's humble doesn't mean that they're no one spiritually, right? So I'll put it in that word better, right? You never know who that person is. Wow, look at that. Today is just like bam, bam, bam. Your growth scares people. Good. And what was I saying about it? Maybe it's time to start showing, like, hey, man, my whole crown's lighting up. Damn, this is crazy. I love it though, right? And all that green, right? That's like, green is the chakra of love. So, you know, your growth scares people. Good. Wow. Yeah, and I almost felt that like it gives some people a headache, like they don't. Cause then, yeah, if you show a certain growth, then it's almost like then they have to step up, right? And people don't want to have accountability. People don't want to, yeah, they don't want to match that, right? So, let's see, I'll pull one more out, cause yeah, I gotta get going right now. But unless anyone wants me to pull a card for them, I have a little bit of time. If anyone has a question that they want me to put, whoa, a tower. But I don't feel like this was maybe in the past, right? If this was a tower for you, but I feel like this is a tower. Like, see, almost like your growth is causing towers to others. That's why they don't like it, right? Okay, yeah, that's the message coming through. That's why it even gives people a headache, right? Like your growth scares people good because then it's a tower moment for them, right? Imagine if you stayed the same, then, but your growth is causing people tower moments. That's crazy, you know? Wow. That's pretty interesting. I like it. Like it a lot. Okay, Dito, let me go ahead and throw these. Yeah, so yeah, that's a beautiful message. I'll do the signs individually later. Like I'm saying, I'll do a live with all the signs later because I'm gonna have to get going right now in a little bit. Let me see what else. What else? Okay, yeah. Let me make sure all the cards are in the deck. Let's see for Dito. Let me see. Wow. Wow, what is up with that? That's okay. Man. So yeah, and it came out upright. I got chills. Um, wow. Man, I keep getting chills. Okay, so Dito, it looks like things might be taking a turn for the better, the Wheel of Fortune, but it came out as upright as can be. It was like bam, So the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Cups, the Chariot, and I got chills all down my back. I feel like maybe you're realizing that, right? You have the strength and power of free will. Maybe it doesn't show up in the way others, I don't know. Maybe it is financial. Maybe it's just you grabbing the reins of your own chariot, being like, you know what? Wow, I am fully in control of my life at this moment, right? Like having this, wow, and I'm wanting a release, right? I'm all of a sudden, I was wanting to like burp or whatever, but that it's like a release, right? Like you finally like not that you finally I don't know if you've already had this epiphany, but it clicks on a different level, right? And it looks different for everybody, right? Your Ten of Cups might not be someone else's Ten of Cups, but the Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. Here's the funny thing though. This came out. So clearly you might be around people that, right? Almost like they're self-sabotaging themselves, or maybe they already did. And then after when they see this glow up, they might come back for a round two, right? Wanting to win at all costs. So be careful with that. If you're shining bright and you're in a high vibration, just be careful with people being unhappy because all the stuff is going good for you, right? It just never fails. But it's not your cuz yeah, right? Obviously like what came out for the collective, right? Your growth scares people. I don't know if I already put the card back, but yeah, right? Your growth scares people. Some people feel it's their job to humble you, right? Or weird stuff like that. Like, so just be careful with that. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know that. Okay, River Dragon, you too. Have an amazing day. Um, yeah, I'll see you all soon later on when I do the all the signs. Let me see. Absolutely. Well, no, absolutely. Thank you. It's an honor. And I don't know, Foster Town, did you want me to pull a card for you? If not, then I'll go ahead and end it there. And yeah, later on I'll come and do all the signs. I'll do it live with all the signs that I could get a little more dig a little deeper for everybody for this weekend. So I know there's a delay, so I'm waiting a little bit, and if not, then okay, I'll log out. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Foster Town, what's going on right now for Foster Town? Foster Town. Whoa, I just knew it for some reason because I saw it peek out, but I was like, let me. So that's some big time cycle closing, Foster Town. You got the world and the death card. So, I mean, whatever cycle's closing for you is like closing permanently. I don't feel like there's really going to be any going back with that. My whole thing just swelled up right here. So, I think you already know, but it feels like there's not going to be really a going back, right? And I feel maybe if it's not at the moment, after, because I feel like my heart wanting to feel relief, right? Maybe it might take a while, but after whatever the cycle is that closes, you are gonna feel a relief from it. So that's what I'm feeling, right? My heart is kind of like feeling refreshed, right? Like, but it's like slowly, like, sometimes I just feel like the whoosh, and I think for you, maybe it'll click in layers, right? It'll be like you'll start noticing, like, wait, wow, that was a heavy burden that was being carried or a heavy weight or all that stuff. Oh, it has been a week. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Let me see. I mean, is there? I don't know if there's really anything else to that, but let me see. Wow, that's crazy. So that's like a super end to that. Whatever was going on. Wow, celebration. So that makes sense, right? Like after that clicks, right? Of like, wow, that's finally over. That's finally done with. I can breathe easy now, right? Celebrate. So I love it. Beautiful. Right? I love it. Celebration. So if you're hesitant to do that, hey, take the time to acknowledge that, right? Celebrate, right? It's okay to celebrate, like, um, yeah, to be able to breathe easier and all that stuff, right? To release those burdens. It's okay to acknowledge, however that looks like for you, watching a movie, sitting down, maybe eating a few snacks that you wouldn't normally treat yourself to. Yeah, yeah. So, okay. Well, on that note, thank you all for tuning in. It's always an honor, right? And yeah, I'm sure, according to the collective reading, it looks like we're in a good place, right? So many things, right? We got the whole main character, right? Royalty, portals, all these things for us to remember, right? Not every texture deserves a response. Don't let people drag us into whatever drama they want to drag us into, right? So this is beautiful, right? Cycles closing, all that good stuff. So okay, I'll see you all soon. Um, And yeah, thank you to everybody, right? River Dragon, Foster Town, Dito. Thank you for tuning in. And anyone else that might have been shy that was watching, thank you all for tuning in. And I'll see you all soon. All right. Peace.